decades, movies have shown us the same mysterious visitor from another world. A thin body, long arms, gray skin, an enormous head, and two massive black eyes. We simply call them the Greys. But forget the movies for a moment. Imagine that, creature like this actually existed. If evolution created this body, then every strange feature, ability to capture more of it could become an evolutionary advantage. Generation after generation. Eyes could become larger. Their vision might even extend into wavelengths completely invisible to humans. But here's another possibility. What if those giant black structures aren't actually their eyes? Perhaps they're biological filters protecting extremely sensitive organs underneath, or if this species is technologically advanced enough, they could even be artificial lenses, something between sunglasses, night vision, and a computer display, built directly into the body. And that brings us to their planet's atmosphere. If their world receives less energy from its star, perhaps it evolved with a thicker atmosphere capable of transporting and retaining heat. It might contain nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and other gases in proportions completely different from Earth's. Under the right conditions, such an atmosphere could help maintain regions where liquid water exists. So now our imaginary planet begins to appear. Lower gravity, dim red sunlight, a substantial atmosphere, possibly liquid water, but there's still one feature we haven't explained. The enormous head. If the Grey's oversized skull contains a proportionally large brain, perhaps we're looking at the result of an evolutionary process dominated by intelligence. Imagine their distant ancestors. Perhaps they were stronger, faster, more physically capable. Then they discovered tools. Tools became machines. Machines became computers. And computers eventually became technologies capable of performing almost every physical task. After millions of years, physical strength might become less important. Technology could do the lifting. Technology could build their cities. Technology could produce their food. Technology could even protect them from their environment. Intelligence, however, would remain extraordinarily valuable, and eventually their bodies might reflect that transition. Less muscle, smaller bodies, larger brains. But for a civilization to reach this level, it needs something humanity has never had: time. Our sun is approximately 4.6 billion years old. Now imagine that their civilization evolved around a much older stellar system, 8 billion years old, perhaps 10 billion. What if intelligent life appeared there hundreds of millions of years before humans existed? Our technological civilization is only a few centuries old. Now imagine another civilization with 1 million additional years of technological development. What would their world look like? Perhaps the answer is, it wouldn't look natural anymore. Continents could have been modified. Weather controlled, oceans regulated, entire ecosystems engineered. Gigantic cities could cover parts of the surface. Energy might be harvested directly from their star, and surrounding the planet could be enormous artificial habitats, space stations, or structures thousands of kilometers across. After enough time, the distinction between their biology and their technology might begin to disappear, and that's where we reach the most disturbing possibility. Because maybe we've been asking the wrong question. What if the Greys didn't evolve naturally into this form at all? Imagine a civilization capable of rewriting its own biology. Instead of sending its original inhabitants across interstellar space, it creates something specifically designed for the journey, a small body requiring fewer resources, an extremely efficient metabolism, large sensory organs adapted to darkness, a brain optimized for processing information, a biological explorer capable of surviving years, perhaps centuries. Between stars, the Grey might not be the civilization that created the spacecraft. The Grey could be part of the spacecraft, a biological machine, an artificial organism, or something halfway between life and technology. And if a civilization had been traveling between stars for millions of years, Perhaps its original planet wouldn't matter anymore. Maybe they would live aboard enormous artificial habitats. Maybe entire generations would exist between solar systems. Maybe they abandoned their homeworld so long ago that even they no longer remember it. Of course, none of this proves that gray aliens exist. This is speculative evolution, using the creature we've imagined for decades and asking what kind of environment could possibly create it. But it leaves us with an interesting question. If you encountered a gray tomorrow, would you assume it came from another planet? Or would you consider something much stranger? That the creature standing in front of you might have been designed to travel between them? So tell me what you think. Do you believe a creature resembling the classic gray could realistically evolve somewhere in the universe? Or do you think real extraterrestrial life would look completely different? Write your theory in the comments, because maybe the real question isn't, what planet do the grays come from? Maybe the real question is, do they still need a planet at all?